Buffalo next week, so just a few days off, but these guys are always on the go regardless, and they're ready to go here tonight. You talk about Christmas being the season of giving. Well, Halifax in their opener, they certainly were in a giving mood, as so many players found the score sheet. Depth scoring, a huge part of the T-Birds offense.
Let's take a look at your starting goaltenders. There's Steve Fryer getting his first start of the season between the pipes here for Rochester, wearing that familiar number 39 that he's been wearing. And then at the other end, NLL Player of the Week, Warren Hill, who quickly became a bit of a fan favorite here a couple weeks ago, making several big saves in that win over New York. The game went scoreless for the longest time, and it was because of Warren Hill. It was fantastic. And now we're going to go downstairs and join Dana Jackson. She is standing by, I believe, with a guy we had a chance to talk to earlier today. Heck of a nice guy, too, the captain, Paul Dawson of Rochester. And he's excited for this one. He was telling us, Pat, earlier, to get going against the former Nighthawks team.
Yeah, he's really excited to get going. He mentioned that the 3 weeks layover was a little bit difficult for him, but he felt that it was an opportunity for their young guys, which they have lots, to digest what happened, put in their back pocket, and work on the things that they needed to.
All right, let's go downstairs now to Dana. Dana?
Thanks, guys. Paul, obviously you're very familiar with this offense. How do you stop them and stop them early?
We got to work hard, and we got to let them come to us. They're a pretty slick offense. They're a pretty veteran group, so we got to let them come to us, but we got to work the floor. We got to run the floor.
Thanks so much. Good luck.
Thanks a lot, Dana.
Pete, Pat.
All right, thank you, Dana. All set and ready to go. Rochester in whites and the home Halifax Thunderbirds in purple with orange. This is going to be a great battle all night long. Jake Withers, who scored the first goal in the first game here for Halifax, just 10 seconds in, considered one of, if not the best face-off guys in lacrosse, against the guy that could break a record tonight for face-offs, Jay Thornburden. We're underway at showtime in Halifax, and Withers wins the first draw. Halifax gets possession. Colton Armstrong grabbed that loose ball, and Halifax with a chance here to open the scoring, as it's going to be played right here. Across, fake shot, they score! Cody Jamieson! Another early one. This one just 19 seconds in. It's 1-0 Thunderbirds.
Timing is everything, and the Halifax Thunderbirds love starting on time. Another quick goal. This time it's Cody Jamieson, backdoor, throws a couple of fakes, puts that up top past Steve Fryer. And just a beautiful goal from the captain to once again electrify this Nova Scotia crowd. I mean, they're probably wondering, does every game start with a goal this quick? Unbelievable.
There's going to be a little pressure in home game number 3 to score in the first 25 seconds. Withers with another draw here, another win. Jake Withers, number 18, he's going to head towards the top here. Withers goes in, shoots, oh, bounce shot, just missing, rebound, and that's taken by Ryan Benesh. Benesh here to Shanks, who picked up an assist on the opening goal. Shanks, he looks, he shoots, Fryer with a rebound, and that goes in behind the goal. Almost another one there by Halifax.
Mike Kersey, I mentioned, he said he wanted to start fast, put this Rochester team on their heels, so this will be the first offensive possession we see the K-Hawks get here.
Curtis Knight moves the ball here, and Sean Evans, he unloads it as well. He'll set up on the far side of the floor. Holden Catoni in behind the goal, went off the top of Evans's head of his stick and right in goal. Warren Hill was there, make sure it didn't go in the net. And it's played here by Thompson. Logan Thompson gets the ball in deep, and Halifax looking to build on an early lead. It's taken here by Burke. Burke moves it across to the far side. Swing pass over here, trying to scoop it up off the carpet is Clark Peterson making his debut here tonight. However, here comes Rochester up the other way. Here's a chance. Dawson, shot, and right on goal. Big save by Warren Hill. The fans loving that early. Picking up where he left off 2 weeks ago.
Rochester running through the crease there. Definitely the best scoring opportunity that the Nighthawks have had here tonight. But once again, Warren Hill silencing the critics, showing why he deserves to be a #1 goalie in the NLL.
Nighthawks with the ball. Shanks moves it over to Cody Jamieson. Jamieson out in front. Benesh hangs onto it, shoots, hits the post. That went off. Fryer almost back towards the goal, but getting a good bounce there, Rochester. Here comes Bennett, cradling the ball up the floor. He'll play to the top. Catoni shoots, he scores! Holden Catoni ties this game. It's 1-1.
Holden Catoni getting his first goal as a Rochester Nighthawk, as he had 2 assists. But Matt Bennett, who I thought was probably the best defender for the Jayhawks in their first game, runs up the floor, finds Catoni off the floor, and just sneaks that one by Warren Hill. Probably a save that Hill is going to want to have back, but that's a great take by Catoni. One of the deadliest sharpshooters in the game of lacrosse. You give him a shot from there, he's probably going to bury, but Hill holds himself to a high standard. He's probably going to want that save back.
Well, Catoni has one of the hardest shots in the league for sure. That one, he just needed to be accurate and not so hard.
Well, back into the crease, as Rochester just threw that back over to Fryer, and Fryer corralling it in his crease.
Kyle Jackson to Cody Jamieson. Jamieson over here to Shanks. He moves in, sets a bit of a pick here to allow Burke to get the ball back here to Jackson. Jackson looking, heads to the crease. He's trying to dive in there and get the shot away before he went into the purple crease, but to no avail, and it's going to be Rochester now with a chance to take their first lead of the night. Whitty with it. He'll get it here. It's moved in a little deeper. Caputo. Here's a chance. Evans shoots, just missing. Sean Evans. Loose ball in the full 30 here for Rochester to work with. Here's Turner Evans. Turner Evans moves the ball. Saunders across. And a chance there. Sean Evans was trying to make his way out in front, and Littner was there too. He couldn't get anywhere. We're going to have the game's first penalty, Pat.
Yeah, it looks like Nungo Thompson is going to sit down for 2, the pride of Akwesasne. Just getting that check a little too high. It was a great slide, as you see him come across, and it looks like you can hear the official saying it rode up on the shaft. It almost looks like the Rochester's player's hands hit his own face, but anytime it gets up high, the officials are going to call it.
Turner Evans with it. Tony's going to play the top here of the power play. Moved over to Sean Evans, a fake across to the far crease, looking for the quick stick. Unable to get it away was Littner, and here come the Thunderbirds down the other way. Shorthanded, 2-on-1. A shot and a save by Fryer. Good chance there by Luke Magnan. And they steal it back. Magnan gets it here. Takes a healthy whack. Gets away here from Turner Evans. And they'll just slow it down a little bit.
Great hustle by Magnan to get that loose ball back and allow his team to kill off some clock here.
Jamieson with it here for Halifax. Tied at 1. 11:07 to go here in this opening quarter. Pass on front, but it shoots. Oh, he just missed. May have caught a piece of the post as well.
Unbelievable. That's a couple of lucky bouncers Deep Fryers had there to keep the ball out of his cage and keep this at 1-1.
Just under a minute left in the power play. Knight and Catoni here. Catoni with it. Knight's at the top of the power play for now. Slides over. Catoni across to the far side. Evans here, trying to get it over here to Pat Saunders. Saunders unable to handle it. It's Halifax ball. Still shorthanded for about 39 seconds here. Big hit along the board, staying with it here as Jake Withers eventually losing it to his summer teammate with the Peterborough Lakers, Holden Catoni.
A lot of Laker connections here on the floor, especially for Rochester. No doubt with Dan Carey, the general manager of Rochester, being a Peterborough native.
Here's Evans. Sean Evans with it to the top. He was hoping to find his man Curtis Knight, but it's picked off. Halifax up the other way. Graham Hossack with it. Hossack, he looks, he shoots. Oh, went off a player, up and out of play. I think Fryer's arguing it actually went off one of the Halifax players. But it looks like the Thunderbirds will get the ball. A 1-1 game right here. A good start here. Rochester and Halifax. You're watching the National Lacrosse League on BR Live. And welcome back here to Halifax. Watch all the NLL action on BR Live. Choose annual, monthly, or per game passes. For more information, nll.com/BR Live. 1-1. First goal of the game from that gentleman right there, the captain, Cody Jamieson. He will start the play off here. Moves it. And now the play whistled down. 4 seconds left. They want to make sure everything is coordinated with the penalty and the clock. Everything looks good.
While they're figuring things out, a quick note, a couple of first assists on those 2 goals. On the first one, Clark Peterson, who's in the lineup for the first time for the Thunderbirds, he gathered an assist on that Jamieson goal. And for Rochester, Chris Willman also getting an assist off of the goal from Holden Katoni, a good Orangeville, Ontario boy.
Definitely another big lacrosse factory there in Orangeville. So Thompson comes out of the penalty box. He runs over to his bench. Warren Hill will go back in between the pipes. They had pulled him there, and he's back now as the play is underway. It's played here. Peterson over. Jackson in there looking to set a pick. Jamieson rolls to the top. Gets it here to Keogh with a shot. Nice stop there by Steve Fryer. He's been tested often here early. Jackson, Jamieson coming in. There's the pass to Peterson. Peterson's got a little room, decides not to take the shot. Keogh, a bounce shot wide. He's gonna have to hustle back here, race for the ball. Reese comes in. Riley Reese shoots and he just misses. That goes wide. Loose ball taken here. Halifax with lots of time to get it under control, get their offensive players out on the floor as it will be whistled back in here. 1-1 game.
Going to be an illegal substitution for Rochester.
Caputo to the box. There's a look at Mike Hazen right there behind the Rochester bench. And here we go. Starting off the play, Clark Peterson. Peterson gets it in deep, gets the ball back at the top. Over to the shooter position for Ryan Benesh. Benesh, Peterson. Bork back and forth with Shanks. Peterson swings it over. Here's a shot. That was blocked by the defender. Getting in front of that one, I think, was Reese. And up the floor comes Bennett. Bennett finds an open man. Shot, scores! Dan Littner. And it's 2-1 Rochester.
Dan Littner giving this Rochester Nighthawks club their first lead of the game, and it starts with a beautiful outlet pass from the 2nd overall pick, Rylan Reese, who finds Bennett, and then Bennett with a beauty dish right to Littner off the bench. Littner, most of his goals scoring right on the doorstep with a quick stick. This one in transition off the bench, cashes in for his 2nd goal of the game. Short-handed, no less.
Yeah. I mean, the season is still young, but this is the first time Halifax has trailed back.
Yeah.
Unfamiliar territory here. Withers on the draw, wins it. And Graham Hossack comes in. Hossack right to the net, shot off the mark. And coming in, tries to grab it, and he does here. And another nice play as Shanks gets the ball right there from Withers.
That's a great loose ball by Withers. The last thing you want is change that possession.
Burke, Jamieson over the top, a shot, and Fryer has it. Here come the Nighthawks, still, of course, short-handed. Whitty gets the ball here to Turner Evans. Turner Evans, first cousins with Sean Evans. Roommates as well, no surprise there.
Wonder if they made bunk beds in the hotel room.
Kind of Bert Nerdy, I'm going to start calling him. And Turner Evans attempted the quick stick there. Took the feed from Sean Evans. Well, they killed some time anyhow. And Halifax will get the ball back, trailing 2-1, but still on a man advantage here, still on the power play.
Just 30 seconds but obviously these guys are going to want to get to work. Cody Jamieson back to the top of this power play.
Back and forth with Burke. He goes. Jamieson has it right now. Nice pass. Shot. They score! Ryan Benesh after a beautiful pass from Cody Jamieson. It's 2-2 here in Halifax.
And just like that, Ryan Benesh, 9th in all-time NLL points with 1,014. And that should come as no surprise. It comes on the power play with a beauty three-quarters rip, bouncer, beats Fryer. And we're tied 2-2 here in the Fax.
Yeah, they're grabbing that ball for a souvenir, and so they should. Jake Withers grabbed that. That doesn't go down as a win on the draw, but a class act for sure. He knew what it meant. So tied again, 2-2 here, 7:26 to go in the first quarter. Loose ball off the draw, and this one will go to Rochester. But they give it away, and it's up for grabs. Hosick tries to get a handle on it. Eventually, it's going to be Thornburg heading in after all that. Halifax gets the ball back.
Surprise, surprise. Graham Hosick with a caused turnover.
Armstrong, Shanks shoots, hits the post. Shanks denied. Rochester up the other way. A shot, they score. Corey Highfield. Bit of a sidearm shot. And just like that, Rochester has taken back the lead.
I don't know, Pete. We might run out of balls here. Another first, Corey Highfield. And this is an unfortunate turn as Shanks just hits the pipe. The ball goes the other way. And you see a turnover here. It goes back the other way. As Campbell throws the ball up the floor, Armstrong back over to Shanks. We see that replay again, and here is where it goes. Highfield, the former Halton Hills Bulldog, throws that skipper past Hill, and just like that, once again, Rochester with a 3-2 lead.
A win there, bit of a high stick, and Withers still has the ball here for Halifax. Jake Withers bounces it here to Cody Jamieson. He'll get it in deep. Jackson with it. Scored a highlight reel goal 2 weeks ago. Back in the second period, Jamieson still with it. Pass out in front, big hit right there out in front, boom. Dylan Evans with a huge hit. Here's a chance. Shot Evans was heading towards the net. No relation between those two. There are 3 Evanses on this team. Only 2 are related, as far as I know anyway, Patty. As the ball will be taken here by Burke. Shanks quickly in. Benesh moves it in deep. Jamieson rolling off a check. Takes the shot, a bouncer on the short side. Benesh picks up the loose ball. Benesh finds it again. Sends it back here. And it's going to go back into Halifax territory, and Rochester will take over. 3-2. Nighthawks out in front of the Thunderbirds. Hudding moves the ball, and Turner Evans passes it in here to Saunders. Here's a shot coming, just missing. Here's Turner Evans on the loose ball. He has it, and now it comes over here. Sean Evans looking to grab it, but Halifax heads up the floor. Armstrong, Colton Armstrong, his second season here with the franchise. Armstrong gets it here to Becker, Corey Becker from Lewiston, New York. Jackson, Kyle Jackson to Keogh. Keogh moves it over to Cody Jamieson, winds up, passes it. Shanks was heading towards the net, couldn't grab it. And here come the Nighthawks up the other way. Little drop pass out in front, shot and a save there by Warren Hill.
Rochester just doing a great job pushing the ball in transition, but with that being said, Halifax has to get off the floor.
It is 3-2, Rochester leading Halifax, and you're watching the National Lacrosse League on BR Live.
Look here, stay in the Halifax area.
Welcome back to Halifax, where the Thunderbirds trail 3-2 to Rochester. Let's go downstairs to the benches and join Dana Jackson, who is with the head coach of the Thunderbirds, Micah Kersey.
Thanks so much, guys. Coach, how do you guys gain momentum in your favor?
Oh, we knew they were going to come out hard and try and push the pace on us early. So, we just got to stick to our principles. We got to get off the floor, let our defense do their job, and we'll be fine.
And you spoke to us earlier. Coach Hazen is one of your mentors. Did you speak with him before the game at all?
No, I didn't talk to him. I probably talked to him afterwards.
Thanks so much. Good luck in the first quarter, guys.
All right, thank you, Dana. Yeah, I'm sure they'll chat after the game a little bit, but yeah, the game faces were on today, for
No
sure.
doubt, no doubt. As I mentioned, I mean, you talk about how there's so many connections. A lot of them, including Mike Hazen, said, this is just another regular season game against another team.
They had it marked down on their calendars, though, for sure, as the Thunderbirds look to tie this one up. Loose ball, though, taken here by Rochester. Dylan Evans will jog it up the floor. Bit of a 4-on-3 situation here for the visitors. There's a shot, they score! Littner again, as he gives the Nighthawks a 4-2 lead.
Now this is an example where Halifax does a good job getting back in transition, but too many guys stay. There's 3 offensive players there, and no one marks Littner. Littner just goes in nice and easy, casually shoots this ball right over Jackson and into the top corner. You gotta get to stick. Just when you have guys coming back on the floor to prevent that reverse transition, there also needs to be communication to allow everyone on the floor know, I'm staying back, I'm coming off, whatever it may be. You can't have the 3 offensive guys there and then not mark up a guy, especially like Dan Littner, who's certainly finding his stride here with the Nighthawks.
The ball controlled here. Reese has it, he goes to the net, he shoots, Hill makes the save. Looks up the floor, nothing doing there, so a little simple outlet pass to his right.
4 goals here for Rochester, not a single one in a settled 5-on-5 situation.
Yeah, you're right. Here's Keogh. Keogh with it, as Halifax looks to chip away. Cody Jamieson on the far side, being watched closely by Dawson. Jamieson still with it, to the top, gets it, Keogh, finds an open man, shot, and Fryer down, makes the stop.
And that's one thing Rochester, they said they were doing too much last game, is trying to score with big goals and not just chip away. So now on the other side of the floor, Halifax, they're gonna have to do the same. Just score 1 goal at a time. You're not gonna score a 2-pointer.
Sean Evans with it over to Holden Catoni. Catoni back to Evans. Evans shoots from way out, that goes wide of the goal. And it's going to be Catoni keeping it in here from way out. He fires it, a heavy shot, and Warren Hill had to be careful to make that save.
A little bit of a miscommunication there on the defensive end for Rochester, or sorry, for Halifax, allowing Rochester to get a shot off.
Nighthawks with it. They'll go down, little 3-on-2 here. Saunders fakes the pass, rolls off his check, just settles things down a little bit. Going to use the time on the shot clock. Turner Evans. Here's Turner Evans coming in. He's going 1-on-1. Getting worked over pretty good, but still with it. Penalty coming up. I think Halifax is going to get the gate for the hold.
Yeah, it's going to be Luke Magnan, and he was playing great defense there. I think he just gets that free arm, as we'll see right here. Couple of hacks, couple of whacks, and yeah, as soon as you take that one hand off, there's going to be a call made. And if he just continued to cross-check there or even slash, Graham Hossack was coming in right for a big slide, and you would have had no problem there. Instead, he takes the free arm, and he's going to sit down for 2.
Rochester already up by 2. Catoni with the ball here. Took a look to the top. Shot right on goal, and Warren Hill just keeps it from crossing the line. And here come the Halifax Thunderbirds. Gillies jogging it inside Rochester territory. Stops, looking for an open man. Finds one before making a change. The later stages of the first quarter here. Burke with it. Burke moves it in. Across, a shot at the crease, and that's stopped by Fryer.
Kyle Jackson just running out of a little real estate there, not able to get that shot behind Fryer. who since that first goal has really found his footing, is playing pretty solid.
Sean Evans to Katoni to the top of the power play here. Knight to Evans. Evans, a bounce pass to Knight to Katoni. He shoots right on goal, and Hill down with the save. Fans love Warren Hill here in Halifax. He's a fan favorite early. Here's Campbell. Campbell coming in across. Jamieson, he's double teamed, still has it. Cody Jamieson gets away from traffic here. That's a great play just to hang on to that ball.
Yeah, smart play too, not to force that. Recognizes there's more clock to chew off. Hold on to the ball, don't force a circus shot there.
Jamieson in behind the net. Still with it, running at a time on the shot clock. A pass, a bounce shot. And it's going to be Rochester ball.
Shanks just missing the net on that bouncer there. That's a brilliant play. If you can get it off the goalie, most likely it's going to hit off that shoulder and then pop into the netting, but just missing the net, it's there.
Sean Evans backhand pass, a shot down. And another stop there by Hill.
You know what, for Hill's size, a short, stocky gentleman, he can move well. That looked exactly like a hockey goalie kick save right there. Some great athleticism from the Halifax tender.
He's very wiry, as they say. Peterson over to the far corner. Passes it off. Jackson, feed out in front, and Benesh was trying to make his way there, but he was bumped by a couple Nighthawks, including big Paul Dawson.
Yeah, that's a big slide there from Dawson. Benesh not being able to hold on to the ball there, but Keogh picked up that loose ball, tried to just throw it on net. Nothing doing there.
Saunders moves it here to Holden Katoni. Over here to Sean Evans, wearing number 15. He often wears 88 as well, but wearing 15. That was his dad's lacrosse number. Paul Evans, a great lacrosse player and a great hockey player too. Empty net situation, but it's blocked. And the play is whistled down. But his dad, Paul, just to finish that thought, played some games with one of your favorite teams, the Toronto Maple Leafs, in the National Lacrosse, or the National Hockey League, Patty.
Go Leafs, go.
Yeah. So just under a couple seconds left here. And the first quarter, 4-2. Halifax trailing, but they'll have a chance, the final play here of the quarter, Pat.
Yeah, they're going to have 1.7 seconds, but even if they don't score here, they're going to be on the man advantage. It looks like it was another illegal substitution, so something that's going to drive Mike Hayes an absolute bananas.
Jamieson, pass, quick shot at the buzzer, and Fryer is there to make the final save of the first quarter, and that will keep the Nighthawks up by a score of 4-2. A very entertaining opening quarter where both teams had 12 shots apiece, but Rochester converting on 4 of those and cashing in.
4 goals for Rochester, 4 goals in transition. Halifax has to do a much better job eliminating that athleticism that the Nighthawks have. It's one way that they're going to be able to run and gun with this team.
We will take a quick, and welcome back to Halifax. Stay with BR Live tonight following our game for the NLL Game of the Week. Watch as the Roughnecks raise their 2018-19 NLL Championship banner as they face off against the Colorado Mammoth. Catch all the action on BR Live, Twitter and Facebook, coming up live at 9:30 p.m. Eastern tonight. And there's a look at Patty O'Toole, legendary goaltender in the National Lacrosse League, and Mike Hazen, longtime teammates in Rochester. They won a few titles together, Pat.
Yeah, I mean, you see so many guys after they retire move on and become coaches. It's pretty great to see that the legends of the game don't just step away from the game. They continue to coach, whether it be at the NLL level, the junior level, or even the grassroots level too.
Face-off win there by Jake Withers. Halifax with a chance here. They're starting on the power play. Quick shot right there by Jamieson, trying to sneak one past Fryer. He was there for the save. And Rochester will head up the other way. Bennett with the ball. Matt Bennett being watched closely by Gilly, so he gets rid of it, and now it's played here by Curtis Knight from Oshawa, Ontario. Your neck of the woods, Patty.
Oh yeah, a Whitby Warrior won a Minto Cup there.
Shot from way out by Turner Evans. Missed by a heck of a lot. Fired it pretty good, but Halifax heading up the floor. Graham Haas Hossack passes it over. He'll get it to Burke. Burke towards the top. Cody Jamieson to Ryan Benesh. Down low now, Benesh again. Jamieson with it. Tried to move it over, came right back to him. There's the pass, backhand feed, fake shot, Fryer with a save. Loose ball in the corner, hustling in there is going to be Austin Shanks. That's a full 30 for Halifax. Jamieson, shot off the glass, follows up, tried to find it. Went back in, and it's going to be Rochester up the floor. The captain, Paul Dawson. Dawson passes it over here. He'll get it to Dylan Evans. To Sean Evans. And he's double teamed. Nice stick a little bit. Tries to draw the penalty. Won't get the call. Not overly pleased about the non-call. And here's Hossack. Only a few seconds left in the power play. Peterson is at the top. Quarterback this portion of the power play. Comes to Kyle Jackson. Jackson moves it over here. Benesh, there's the pass. They score! Halifax within one. Shanks finished it off.
And that is how you get your nose dirty. See the pass come from Benesh, and just taking a huge hit is Austin Shanks, and one as he buries that one there. Right past the leg pad of Steve Fryer to chip away at this lead. Austin Shanks, I tell you, he might be short in stature. The guy has a huge heart, and it's gritty plays like that that make him an offensive grinder.
So the Thunderbirds within one here. Jake Withers wins the draw here. Picks up the ball himself, one-handed pass. And Halifax looking to tie things up. As Shanks has got them within one. Kyle Jackson to Jamieson. Jamieson looking to scoop it. Shanks in there too. And Shanks, he's on the opposite side of his floor here, but able to grab that ball. Now he gets over to a strong side. Benesh, he's at a funny angle for a lefty. His shot was blocked. And here come the Rochester Nighthawks.
Jamieson gingerly walking to the bench. We'll have to keep an eye on him as he walks to the locker room. Hopefully for Rochester or for Halifax's sake, he's not going to be out for long term.
Curtis Knight into Turner Evans. Evans a pass, shot right there by Katoni. No problem for Hill. Halifax with the ball as they head up the floor.
Halifax has to continue to push the ball in transition. Rochester's done a great job scoring in transition and pushing the tempo. Need to see the purple and orange do the same.
Benesh over, shot right there by Keogh, never made its way through. Rochester, here's a chance, partial break for Dylan Evans. Evans turns over the top off the mask of Warren Hill.
What a great hustle play by Benesh to get back, put some pressure on Evans, and allow him to get not the most ideal shot off in transition. Get the ball back, get your offense back out there.
Peterson passes the ball in deep out front. There's a shot there. Save, rebound! What a chance. Jackson does some great work behind the net as he did a couple of weeks ago. Worked some magic back there. Not this time though. Sean Evans coming in. That one off Smith and out of play, and it's whistled down.
Nice block by the rookie Trevor Smith. Possession will obviously stay with the Nighthawks though.
Sean Evans with it here for Rochester. Gets away from his check. Heads in, one-handed pass across, a fake, and Warren Hill with the save right there off Caputo. What a pass.
And Graham Hossack needs to have a little bit of awareness there of his man on the crease. I understand he wanted to be that slide if Thompson does get beat by Evans, but it just left his man wide open on the crease.
Shanks, his shot got blocked, comes into the crease, and Steve Fryer moves the ball ahead. Thornburn with it. Passes it here, he'll get it to Littner. He's having a big night here tonight. Littner passes it over to Katoni. Katoni gets it into the far corner. Littner tries to dive and a quick stick attempt, but that goes wide, and Halifax picked up the loose ball. Magnan. Nice pass out in front, another pass, shot, Fryer with the save right there. as he came up big.
That's a big stop from the man they call deep. Throwing that arm out like a chicken wing and just denying Halifax of a goal there.
Catoni to Saunders. Little swim move. Saunders met by Hasek and knocked down to the turf. Big hit there by Graham Hasek.
Oh, how are you, Hasek, with a typical big slide, big hit. Possession going to stay with Rochester as we see here. Hasek comes with the big slide, boom, throws his man down, but it's going to be that extra bump right on the back from Jake Withers on Holden Catoni.
We got ourselves a good one tonight at Halifax. 4-3 Rochester. You're watching the National Lacrosse League right here on BR Live. Welcome back. 4-3 Rochester out in front. Let's go downstairs and join Dana Jackson, who has Mike Hazen, head coach of the Nighthawks.
Thanks, guys. Coach, you're very familiar with the personnel on the other side of the bench. Did that change your preparation for tonight at all?
No, not at all. We're worrying about what we do and what we need to do here tonight, and right now we're playing with great pace, and that's what we want to do.
You guys got off to a fast start in the first quarter. How do you continue that momentum in the second?
Hopefully just keep on going, keep pushing, and just make sure we're smart with the ball.
Thanks so much. Good luck. Guys?
All right, thank you, Dana, and thank you, Mike. Mike Hazen, Micah Kersey, lots of mics in the building tonight, Patty.
Lots of mics, lots of energy in the building, too. That last goal really ramping up the crowd and getting this game back to 4-3.
Sean Evans starts the play off and gets it here tonight. Knight to Saunders. Rolling towards the top. Catoni shoots a quick shot, and Warren Hill off the gear, off the glass, and a reset on the shot clock here for Rochester. Turner Evans with it. Evans looking for room. Has to go back in the corner to grab the ball here, being watched by Armstrong. Gets away from him, gets it to Catoni. Tonight shoots a low shot, and Hill gets a piece, and then it bounced off Hasek, I believe, as well. Halifax picking up that loose ball, and they will get it under control, but then they give it away, and the Nighthawks get it right back.
Thompson just not being able to pick up that loose ball.
That goes wide. Evans rebound off the boards, just missed as Hill came over. The net has been knocked off, but as is the case of the cross goal, he's put it right back. Sean Evans shoots, he scores! Sean Evans gives Rochester a 5-3 lead.
Well, you knew Sean Evans was not going to be held off the scoreboard in this one. Just one assist last game. Gets his first goal with the new Rochester Nighthawks, as he once played with that team. But you see the net goes off. Sean Evans does a great job. Hard check there, holds on to the ball, makes sure he has it, puts that home, and in typical Sean Evans fashion, gives the crowd a little sarcastic woo.
Busy guy, Sean Evans. He has twins at home, Ella and Emery, oldest daughter Peyton, and a young son, Rhett, as well. So that's a busy household for sure. They're watching the game tonight on BR Live, and we say hello and Merry Christmas to them. Your dad just got a big goal to give his team a 5-3 lead here. Kyle Jackson. Jackson with the ball again. Moves it towards the top. Little fake. Out in front, nobody home, and Rochester will get it here. Looking for their first win of the season. They've only played the one game. Halifax has only played one so far, too. Good battle for it here in the near corner, and Graham Hosick will take it here.
Much better job by Halifax to get off the floor. Kyle Jackson electing to stay on the floor, and that then turns into a turnover and a new offensive possession for the T-Birds.
There they go, looking to close the gap. Cody Jamieson will come out of the corner, rolls off a check, looking for an open man. Jamieson still with it. There's great patience. There's the feed out in front, and just missing a good opportunity there for Peterson. Nighthawks up the other way, couple fakes, and Highfield hangs on to it. Now he unloads it, bounce pass over here to the near side where it's going to be picked up by Dylan Evans. He swings it over the far side for Turner Evans. Turner Evans over here to Knight. Littner coming in, decides not to take the shot. Only a couple seconds left on the shot clock, goes off the stick there of Saunders, and the 30-second shot clock expires.
Outside of that holding penalty, boy, Luke Magnan has played one heck of a game on the defensive end. He's a big body, but for a big guy, he has great feet as he showed off in that one-on-one defensive stand right there.
Here's Kyle Jackson, over to Burke. Back here to Ryan Benesh. Benesh one hand on the stick. Now back to two hands. Lost it, gets it right back. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Kyle Jackson, he tries to scoop it, but it's going to be Rochester ball. Up 5-3.
Nighthawks doing a great job with that two-man game. Just nothing really working for Halifax on that side there. Even electing to keep Graham Hosick on offense a couple times, try to crash and bang, free up some space.
Saunders takes the shot on the run. Hill makes the save. Rebound went into the corner, and the Nighthawks grab it here. They got a full 30 off the boards, or the glass, and shot Evans just turned, and he knew exactly where it was going, right into a stick, and he has it. There's the feed a backhand right there by Littner, just missing. He continues to hold a pretty hot stick. Halifax up the other way. Here they come. Barclay. Loose ball though. And a real good battle for the ball, and it's going to be played here by Thompson. He picks up the Lucy. Halifax will slow it down just a little bit, waiting for everyone to get into position here. Cody Jamieson with it. Jamieson. There's the pass. Coming in, Benesh shoots, rebound, Shanks. He gets hit, and the ball comes loose. A solid hit by Benesh, but now Rochester coming up the other way, as it's going to be played by Willman. Willman, he makes the pass. Comes over here along the near boards. Curtis Knight. Knight, a sidearm shot, he scores! Knight makes it 6-3, Rochester.
Curtis Knight picked up in that expansion draft from Saskatchewan, showing why he was so highly touted. Just comes over top on his wrong side of the floor, switches his angle, throws that sidearm, as we'll see a better angle. Great pick there to free up some space. Armstrong comes out, but instead he throws that sidearm and just beats Warren Hill to double up the lead, 6-3.
5:14 to go, getting into the later stages here of the first half. Hosick moves it over across to the far side, and Halifax will start the offense from there. Now to the near side, Kyle Jackson. Jackson, he moves the ball. Here's a chance, a shot on goal, Fryer with the stop, and he handles the rebound too. It stays in his crease. The play will be whistled down. And we will take a breather here. It's a 6-3 Rochester lead in Halifax. You're watching the National Lacrosse League on BR Live. Well, we want you to stay right with us here on VR Live tonight following our game from Halifax, the NLL Game of the Week. Yeah, big night in Calgary as the Roughnecks raise their NLL championship banner when they face off against Colorado. That should be a great one. You can catch it all right here on BR Live, Twitter and Facebook, coming up live at 9:30 p.m. Eastern tonight. That should be a great game, Pat.
Oh, great game. Life without Dalby starts as he was handed a 6-game suspension, but just so much offensive firepower on that Roughnecks team. And Colorado, a tough defensive team led by, of course, their goaltender, Dylan Ward. So that one certainly going to be a good game at 9 p.m.
Right here in Halifax, it is 6-3 Rochester. The visitors leading here tonight with 4:53 to go in this second quarter. And this is Curtis Knight, who has given them the 6-3 lead. Knight gets it up the floor as quickly as he can. He's still open, so he takes the pass. He'll get it to Sean Evans. And Evans way over to the far side for Turner Evans. Turner back to Sean. He stumbles, rolls, double team, and no, he can't grab that one. I thought maybe he had a chance to scoop it up, but Hosick says, I'll take it, thank you very much. Graham Hosick shoots, he scores! Graham Hosick. And the Thunderbirds are within 2.
All right, that's it. I'm convinced. Graham Hosick is not human. Picks up the loose ball, runs it down the floor, and you just see him right here. Bam! Kisses the top corner. An absolute howitzer. Not only is this guy the best defensive player in the game, he's now becoming one of the best transition players in the game. The NLL should watch out, because if this guy starts playing offense, he might be the best offensive player as well. The cyborg, the legend continues.
And here's a battle for this draw here, and coming in, and it's going to be Rochester grabbing it. Highfield met him behind the goal by Jake Withers. Withers, when he does possibly lose a draw, he's a man on a mission to get it right back. This is under control, though, by Rochester. They have eaten up already half the shot clock, but they got the ball. And Holden Katoni has it. Katoni starts to play. Sidearm shot by Saunders. Comes over here. Littner over the top. A hard shot, but off the glass. And it's going to be Halifax ball now with a full 30 on the shot clock. Big goal by Hosick. Gets this crowd right back into it as well. Cody Jamieson. Jamieson with Benesh open. There's the feed. Benesh takes it quickly. Gets it over to here to Peterson. Peterson into Benesh. Benesh has a little room. He shoots, but he's in the crease, and there's a penalty coming up here off the ball. There seemed to be some action there.
Yeah, it's going to be a hold. I believe it's going to be Daryl Robinson, who actually was just picked up last week and put on the active roster. A guy that spent some time with Rochester last season. Talked about Whitby, Ontario. Well, he's another Whitby product.
Benesh on the power play. At the top, he'll feed it over to Clark Peterson. Peterson over the shooter position. Now he gets it back again. There's the pass. Jamieson shoots, he scores! A little jam there for Halifax, and they're within 1.
The captain with a very timely goal and not wasting any time whatsoever with that power play marker. Just a little back and forth. Peterson gets that ball, finds Jamieson, who comes around that Benesh pick, and that just frees up enough space for Jamieson, whether he's on his right side, his wrong side, inside, outside. The guy knows how to put the ball in the net, and that's proof right there.
The captain getting his team to within 1 here in the later stages of this second quarter. And the ball batted by Hosick, trying to get it down to Shanks, but it's going to be taken here. Whitty comes in. He goes right to the net, and Hill with a save, and then trying to bank it in was Turner Evans. Here's Jamieson. looking to tie up this game. Jamieson out in front, and good chance there. Just missing was Shanks. Up the floor it goes, but it's going to go right on net, and Warren Hill, he's there, and he'll pass it up to Hosick. And Hosick in a little deeper. There's the pass. Burke with it, being watched closely by Dawson. Unloads it. There's a shot on goal. Fryer with the save, and rolling to get away is Rylan Reese. He cradles the ball as he heads up the turf. Just over 2 minutes to go in the quarter. Turner Evans with it. Now over to Sean Evans. He comes in. There's the feed. Great pass. Great save. Warren Hill. Spectacular play all around.
Penalty coming up too. Extra attacker gonna head onto the floor.
Campbell slowing it down. The veteran realized there was lots of time on the shot clock, so a smart move there. He'll get it to Kyle Jackson. Over to Cody Jamieson. Already with the extra runner. Jamieson out in front. Shot, they score! Stephen Keogh, and we're tied at 6.
Stephen Keogh, the big team guy, scoring a big goal for Halifax, and it's in a very Keogh fashion. Jamieson just finds him right out in front. A couple of Syracuse Orangemen hooking up, and just like he always does, feed the geese, sweep the turf, whatever you want to call it, that's a Keogh special. And this game's tied up at 6.
93 seconds left here in this second quarter. Withers again against Thornburg on the draw. Armstrong scoops it up here for Halifax. Armstrong coming in. He will go straight towards the net, decides to pull back, and the offense will set up here.
Talk about a complete momentum change. And it all starts with that Warren Hill save.
Jackson coming in. He shoots at a stop. Fryer got in front of that one. Now there's going to be a race for the ball. Hustling back here to get it is Peterson.
And Peterson fits in with this offense. I know we've only seen him for about 30 minutes here with his new team, but he's another player that is not only skilled, but he works so hard to fight to get that loose ball back.
Benesh over to Shanks. Lost it, gets it right back. There's the pass. And there's a chance for Jackson. Down on a knee. Back up. Jackson backhand just misses. What an effort by number 47, Kyle Jackson.
Yeah, Kyle Jackson has the flair for the theatrics.
Ball taken here by Chris Willman, and a steal, but it's whistled down with just under 25 to go.
And great timeout call by Rochester, I believe is what they're gonna say. Luke Magnan with the rusty gate check. Don't see that too often in the game of box lacrosse, more of a field move.
Let's take a look here at Kyle Jackson and the effort here. Falls once, knocked down a second time, and then the backhander just, did it kiss the post?
It looked like it may have. As it just sails, it looked like, I think it might have hit that bar there.
Wow, very close.
But that, I know he didn't score there, but that guy does not score ugly, gritty goals. He's a gritty player. He gets his nose dirty. He doesn't mind going to the dirty areas, but it just seems like whenever this guy scores, he ends up finding himself on some sort of highlight reel, watching it the next morning because he just scores beautiful goals night in and night out.
He certainly does, and working real hard here in Halifax as well, going into the schools, teaching the game, introducing the game of lacrosse to students and kids here in Halifax. And some of the other players join him later in the week as well, come in a bit early, but he's grinding it out all week long, promoting the game.
Absolutely, and they've done a great job at the grassroots level, going, like you said, to different schools and introducing the game of lacrosse. Because as we know, Halifax, although they've embraced the game of lacrosse and it's a growing lacrosse community, it's still very new and very fresh. So to get the sticks into the hands of some of these youngsters in school, it's only a great way to introduce the game. And that's how you gain the bug, and that's how you fall in love with the game, right?
Absolutely. And it's a good game tonight, 6-6 here. And it's going to be Rochester with a chance to take a lead into the half. Here they go. They obviously drew up a play here, and Turner Evans is going to wait for the clock to tick down a little bit. Turner Evans starting to play now. Sets a pick. Here's a chance. Shot, they score! Curtis Knight! Or Caputo, sorry, Caputo with just under 5 seconds left. Perfectly executed there by Rochester, and they have taken a 7-6 lead late here in the second quarter.
Now that's capitalizing there, just a beautiful motion offense. Caputo comes out of nowhere and absolutely buries a beauty, a guy that played with the Toronto Rock the last few years, but as a transition player, now he gets an opportunity to play his natural position, because if you follow the summer leagues with the Brampton Excelsiors, this guy has been near the top of the league scoring. He just needed that chance. Rochester has given him that chance, and he's given Rochester a 7-6 lead here with just seconds left in the first half.
And Withers scoops it up here. Only a second left. Takes the shot. Goes wide a little late as well. And the Rochester Nighthawks, with a goal with less than 5 seconds left in the first half, have taken a 7-6 lead. Now let's go downstairs and join Dana Jackson. Dana?
Thanks, guys. Curtis, as a leader on this team, how did you talk to the guys and tell it to gain momentum in the second half here?
Yeah, I think we just we got to build off the things we did in the first half. We were really good in transition. We pushed the ball. I think that's kind of our game. So we just got to stay out of the box and keep pushing the floor. Tell the young guys to keep doing it.
Thanks so much. Good luck in the second half.
Thanks.
Guys.
All right, thank you, Dana. Thank you, Curtis Knight, as well. This team up by a goal here as we're all set to go for the third quarter. 7-6 lacrosse game, a tight one tonight here in downtown Halifax. And this has been a game within the game, Pat, at center floor.
It certainly has. Withers getting the best of Jay Thornburg so far, as we saw him have a 11 of 15 at the face-off dot, proving why he's, in my opinion, the best face-off guy in the world right now.
We'll see who wins the first one here of the second half. Real good battle, and it's Thornburg that's going to get it. Good effort there. And Rochester, they'll make their way in. Thomas Whitty to Holden Catoni. Catoni gets it to Caputo. Sean Evans. Oh, what a catch by Catoni. He turns and fires, and a save by Warren Hill. But what a grab by Catoni. His parents watching tonight back in Peterborough, Buckhorn area. Ready to celebrate the holiday season back in the Lift City with Holden and the family. Here's Burke. Burke passes it off. And he'll get it to Peterson. Peterson to Burke, shoots. And that goes high and wide. Jackson takes it. Kyle Jackson to Jameson. Out in front, Benesh. He had a man all over him. Couldn't get the shot away he was hoping for.
Benesh thinking maybe he should have been a hold call there, or the officials letting it go. Officials doing a pretty good job letting these guys play. A couple holds here and a couple illegal substitutions as well.
Saunders with a bit of a twister shot. Evans gets the loose ball off the glass. Sean Evans doing some good dancing down low. Still with it. Passes it off. Shot coming, and that is blocked. Ends up here along the near side, and Halifax will get the ball back, looking to tie things up here. Barkley, nice pass. Coming in, Keogh. Keogh shoots, and that comes back into the corner, and a full 30 if Halifax can get it here. Still up for grabs, and they do. They get it back. The Thunderbirds with it. Keogh.
Great job by Shanks. Again, great forecheck. He is having himself a great night, not just getting involved in the offense, but doing a great job getting the ball back for his team.
Shanks to Benesh, over here again to the near side for Keel. He comes in, 12 seconds left on the shot clock. Keel shooting, scores! It's tied at 7. Stephen Keogh.
Another goal for the Beach Boy, another turf swipe for the Beach Boy. The Toronto Beaches Junior A product scoring another big goal, tying this game up. You see him hold on to this ball. He sees an opening, and he takes that opening with a great shot. And then again, his patented celebration to get the SBA, or SBC, I should be saying, rocking here with a 7-7 game.
What a shift by Stephen Keogh. He
Yeah,
ended up getting his own loose ball after a solid effort, as you mentioned.
Yeah, he was right there with Austin Shanks battling for that loose ball. Another face-off win.
Here's a chance shot, and Warren Hill doesn't get it. No! Highfield squeezes it through the pads, and just like that, Rochester has taken an 8-7 lead.
This Rochester team playing with so much more grit and determination this game, as every time Halifax starts to build momentum, they go right away. And just Rochester doing a great job sneaking behind the other. We'll see a really good angle here, how this ball trickles in. Yep, just right off the leg. Corey Highfield getting his second of the game. As I mentioned, good job by Highfield to recognize every single Thunderbird on the floor was infatuated with picking up that loose ball after Jake Withers lost the draw. With that being said, I believe Thornbird's just one face-off win from tying Jeff Snyder now. I'll have to check the live stats, but I believe I'm right, although I'm not really a big numbers guy, so I might have to take another count there.
Yeah, math's not my specialty either, Pat,
so we're in trouble.
But I think you're accurate there. I think maybe 1 to tie, 2 to break it. We'll see what Jake Withers has to say about that. But let's see, that's the Halifax win. And it comes to Colton Armstrong, who Jake Withers was giving credit to.
Yeah, and he should.
Earlier, here's Cody Jamieson. Jamieson to Shanks.
Hard to believe, just a few years ago, Colton Armstrong was playing Junior C lacrosse for the Peterborough Lakers.
Yeah, here he is, in his second-year pro. Penalty coming up. Quick stick there by Shanks, just missing. Benesh has it. And Benesh to Jamieson. Jamieson back to Benesh. He shoots, he scores! Ryan Benesh tied at 8.
Jamieson to Benesh, Benesh to Jamieson, Jamieson to Benesh. Whatever combination you want to use, that is sweet, sweet music to a Thunderbird's ears. A big Thunderbird fan would love to hear that, and you're going to be hearing it all season long. These two guys have already built chemistry, as you see, back and forth, and just a little bit of an opening. Benesh with that patented little sidearm, 3/4 release, bang. Beats Fryer, and again tied at 8. So we can see here if Halifax can continue with some momentum and extend some solid play, because it seems like every time they either get a lead or they tie the game, it's Rochester the one who's throwing the next punch.
Ormber with the face-off win there. So another big possession here for Rochester. Tied at 8. Here's a shot goes wide of the Halifax goal.
Thunderbirds 8 goals.
Loose ball on the far boards. Curtis Knight is there, being met by Graham Hasek.
Assist to number
Comes loose, and the Thunderbirds will grab it. The nest is rocking now here in Halifax, as the Thunderbirds have tied this up. Here's a pass. It's going to be Burke shooting. Oh, just missing. Fryer got a piece of it and then almost rolled off his gear, but went wide.
Fryer playing a tremendous game in between the pipes right now, but he has had a few lucky bounces. But when you're good, you usually have some luck on your side as well.
Good Tony with a heavy shot and a stop by Hill. Big rebound, handled by Rochester. Sean Evans has the ball here for the Nighthawks. Passes it off, gets it right back. Evans coming out in front. What's he going to do? Shoots, and bit of a side armor just going wide, and he gets knocked down and hustling down the other way. This is Becker. Becker to Jamieson. And Jamieson. Peterson trying to give him some room. There's the pass. And a shot attempted. Goes wide of the goal. 12 seconds left on the shot clock. If Halifax can get it, they cannot. And a good effort there by Paul Dawson. He'll be spending the holidays working Christmas Day. Firefighter back in Brampton, Ontario. Well, that's his second family, he was saying, so no place he'd rather be if he can't be at home than with his family at work. Here's Turner Evans. And Turner Evans moves it over. Caputo. Now to the top here. Sean Evans with it. Evans, only a couple seconds left. What a pass! Turner Evans at the buzzer on the shot clock, just missed. It's going to be Halifax ball.
Yeah, and it was actually Graham Hossack blocking that shot, even though I believe the clock would have expired if it would have hit the chest pad of Warren Hill. So nonetheless, a big play by the big defender.
Burke passes it over. He'll get it to Cody Jamieson. He spins, rolls away from a check. Jamieson takes a bit of a high stick, fights it off. He goes in, he shoots, and a save by Fryer. And he just dives on the ball.
Most players, not an ideal take, but for Cody Jamieson, he is better than anyone on planet Earth. Taking that shot on his wrong side, he almost trickles that one through Fryer.
Pat Saunders, he gets it over here. Caputo coming across. Turner Evans with it. Tried to fire one on goal. Comes to Knight. Nice little pass. Here's Caputo with a chance. He's met and knocked down to the turf. Thunderbirds up the other way. Campbell, a pass towards the top shot. They score! Hossack again! He gives Halifax a 9-8 lead.
And this goal all starts with the rookie, Nungo Thompson, blocking a shot. It goes the other way. The veteran Scott Campbell picks up the loose ball, as we see, and he recognizes the hot stick. Graham Hossack picks up that ball, bang! Another top shelf goal from Graham Hossack, the two-time defensive player of the year, now getting involved in the offense. NLL teams shaking in their boots across North America, knowing that this guy knows how to put the ball in the net now.
And here's a chance here for Rochester to get this loose ball. Withers trying to take it away, but the Nighthawks will win it. And they will play here. Trying to get one back. Turner Evans wearing number 5 in tribute to his late father, Mark, who was a fantastic lacrosse player. And Turner gets the ball over to Sean Evans. He shoots, and that goes wide of the goal. And a great transition here for the Thunderbirds as they come in. Shot just goes wide. Becker with an opportunity there. Hossack looking to scoop it up here in the corner. This place is rocking here on the hill. Play whistle down. 8:05 to go here in the third quarter. A tight one tonight here in Halifax, and what a game by Graham Hossack. He's given them the lead. You're watching the National Lacrosse League on BR Live.
You love the moves and the players who bring them to life. Stream all the games, all the action, and all the highlights all season long for just $9.99 a month on BR Live. Cancel anytime. No commitment.
Well, stay with BR Live tonight following our game for the NLL Game of the Week. Watch as the Roughnecks raise their 2018-19 NLL Championship banner when they face off against Colorado tonight. Catch all the action on BR Live, Twitter and Facebook as well, coming up live at 9:30 p.m. Eastern tonight. And that one should be a dandy as well, just like this one. 9-8 Halifax leading Rochester with just 8 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Now Halifax looking for more. Jamieson, Burke. Here's a chance. Jackson went to spin, lost it. Peterson gets it back. Peterson. He's got a chance to take the shot. He scores! There it is! Clark Peterson. Grab that ball. Peterson's on the board.
The rookie gets it done and gives his team a 2-goal lead. And like you said, the nest is rocking. And this is why they took him so high in the draft. He's got athleticism and he's got natural goal scoring ability. Puts that right under Fryer's arm. We'll see another look right here. Right off. It looks almost like it's his front foot. A beautiful goal by Peterson. And like you said, get that ball. It's a special moment for CP24.
No doubt. So a 2-goal lead now for the Thunderbirds. And Shanks will get that loose ball off the draw. And the Thunderbirds now looking for more. Kyle Jackson gets it over here to Cody Jamieson. Jamieson over to Shanks. Up in the air it goes. Shanks has it, but he's pinned up along the boards. Helping him out is Keogh. Keogh with it. Keogh fakes, shoots, scores! Stephen Keogh. Birds up by 3.
Oh my goodness. Stephen Keogh throws a huge fake that fakes out every single person in this building. Great battle for the loose ball. Keogh picks it up, takes a couple of hard checks here from, and just bang, right there. Throws that huge fake, his 3rd goal, and it's a beauty. Stephen Keogh, he's just a perfect glue guy. He'll get loose balls. He's great in the room, makes big plays like that. And you could see the entire bench just thrilled when he scored that goal. They're not only happy to see their team extend the lead, but see hard work paid off for Stephen Keogh, who's had some rough goes with injuries over the past few years as well.
Shanks twirling the stick, gets some room after a little pick by Hossack. There's the feed out in front, and a good opportunity, but Fryer there. And Rochester needing to end this run that Halifax is on.
Got to get back to playing quick transition offense. They got to push the ball, but with that being said, Halifax is doing a much better taking away those chances. So I don't know, maybe if you're Rochester, you started thinking about maybe cheating out.
Turner Evans with a shot. Just missing, loose ball taken here by Halifax. Here's Colton Armstrong, one-on-one. Armstrong heading towards the net. Falls, gets back up, looks for an open man. And Armstrong will just slow it down a little bit here. Try to get it to Peterson. A good defensive play by the Nighthawks and a big collision there. Hunting, play whistle down.
Over and back.
So it's going to be Halifax getting a full 30 here. Peterson moves it. Burke back and forth with Keogh. Burke thought about shooting, did not. Jackson into Cody Jamieson. Jamieson out in front, fake shot. That goes wide. Ends up here in the near corner. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Peterson with it. He's got 2 guys keeping a watch on him. Comes to Burke, out in front again. Here's a play. Jackson trying to get loose and just could not. Double team, knocked to the floor. Saunders moves the ball down low.
Again,
Rochester.
another great job by Halifax to get back in transition, get to the bench, to allow the defenders to come on. And again, Rochester just not being able to get any sort of fast break offense going.
Saunders passes it over, shot, hit his stick, goes up and over the goal, and it's played here by Warren Hill. Hill up to Campbell. The veteran Scotty Campbell. Into Shanks. Shanks drops it back towards the top for Keogh. And now it's Cody Jamieson. Jamieson with a couple little head fakes. Another one rolls towards the top, double teamed. And a good defensive play there by Paul Dawson. Dawson makes his way down into Halifax territory. And a shot coming, save, and just about to cross the line, but it's stopped by guess who? Graham Hosick doing it all tonight, Patty.
Unbelievable. What can't this guy do?
A great tilt here tonight, 11-8. An instant rivalry has begun here between a team that moved from Rochester and an expansion team that came in, and you can feel it. First of 3 meetings. No doubt, when the two teams head to Rochester, that's going to be a game you're going to want to check out for sure. Here's Turner Evans. Evans passes across, good defensive play there by Halifax. Things getting physical here as Rochester fights and gets the ball back right in front of the Thunderbirds bench. It's whistled down with 3:44 to go now in the third quarter. Halifax on a run, 11-8 Thunderbirds. We'll take a break. You're watching the National Lacrosse League on BR Live. Well, stay up to date on all the news, announcements, and exclusive prizes with the NLL newsletter. Sign up now at NLL.com. There's some fans coming in from Wolfville, Nova Scotia to check out the game tonight. And there's Warren Hill, who's become, as we mentioned earlier, a real fan favorite here, Pat.
Absolutely. He's been very solid in between the pipes. Actually, both goalies have played really, really solid despite the score. You see a lot of goals up there, but both goalies making big stops.
Out in front, a quick stick right there, and a great chance, and Hill coming up big. Thunderbirds heading up the other way. Luke Magnan.
Magnan's been playing a great game. One of those unsung heroes that you don't really hear his name too often, but he does all the little things to make your team successful.
He's heading home to Winnipeg for a couple days to get a quick visit in with family, and then back at it to the squad heads to Buffalo. But loose ball here. Here's Jackson at the buzzer, a one-handed attempt just to get a rebound or something. Give him credit for trying.
Absolutely, you got to do something there. There's just a couple of seconds left on the clock. 4 unanswered goals for Halifax. So we'll see if Rochester can stop the bleeding here and gain some momentum going forward late in this third quarter.
Catoni, nice pass out front. Saunders denied. Hill got a piece, and I think a piece of the post too.
Not too sure what happened there.
Down the other way, and a shot that is blocked. Getting the ball back is Thornburg, he'll jog it up the floor. He hustles in. He'll get it in deep, and Rochester will set up a play here. Sean Evans with the ball. Evans over to Turner Evans. And Turner with it. He rolls to his right, still with it. To the crease, could not connect. And it comes to Sean Evans with a sidearm attempt. Ends up in the near corner. It's going to be Halifax ball.
As we mentioned on that last face-off win by Jay Thornburg, puts him all-time face-off winner. So a huge feat by Jay Thornburg to take over Jeff Snyder as the all-time NLL face-off winner.
Shot, they score! That didn't take long for Clark Peterson to pick up another one. He had that ball in his stick for about a half a second before it was in the back of the net.
Clark Peterson has just done damage every single level this guy has played, whether it be in Junior A for the Brampton Excelsiors or in the NCAA with the Cornell Big Red. This big man has done a great job finding the back of the cage, and he does it there. As you see him score, small in stature, but he makes up for it in skill and obviously grit there too, as he takes a hard hit after he scores his second goal of his young, very, very young pro career.
Here's Hosick off the draw, goes to the net, an underhand shot and a stop there, Steve Fryer. Moves the ball ahead. Corey Highfield, who has a good game going here tonight as well. Rolls the ball across the carpet, he'll get it to Saunders. Evans over, Saunders shoots, and Hill gets in front of that one. Saunders picks up his own loose ball, gets a full 30. Gets the ball to Littner. Here's Holden Catoni. He wires a quick shot. He heads to the net looking for his loose ball, and he just couldn't get it, but he does get it to Sean Evans. Evans to the top, and it's played right here by Rochester, needing to get one here late in the quarter to get back into this one. Good defense there by Halifax, preventing Rochester from getting a shot away. And here's Corey Becker. Becker to Keogh, fakes, now he shoots. Steve Fryer with the save, handles the ball too, there was no rebound. And here come the Rochester Nighthawks, led by their general manager, Dan Carey, a great NLL player as well. Now on the management side of things, Catoni. And Catoni trying to get the ball back and gets a hand here from Knight. They're running out of time on the shot clock. Solid hit along the boards by Luke Magnan.
I don't know if Luke Magnan's going to get credited for a caused turnover there on Curtis Knight, but he deserves one as he knocks down a pass, does a good job mucking and grinding, making sure that clock ticks down, and just if there was any chance of Rochester picking up the ball, he throws a huge hit.
So Halifax has pulled the goalie for the extra runner. They'll play for the final shot. There's the pass, there's the shot, a save by Fryer. Rebound that goes up and over the goal. How big of a save is that to keep Halifax to 12 at the end of the third quarter? Shuts down the DJ, will be going all night long there on that night, Patty. You heading out, or? That'd be a good one to go to.
Oh, that'd be a great one. I don't know if you'd get me out of Sin City, though. That's the only problem. That's going to be awesome. That's great to see the game going to a great market
Back to Sean Evans. Sean Evans and Turner Evans, also business partners off the floor too with their nationwide lacrosse business, growing the game. Shot, they score! Right there, Curtis Knight, a bounce shot. That's huge. That gets Rochester to 9 and within 3.
Curtis Knight, before the expansion draft, went to his old team, the Saskatchewan Rush, and said to Derek Keenan, the GM, said, you know, if I'm going to be exposed in the draft, I want to play maybe on one of these expansion teams. I want a bigger role. I want to be a go-to guy, and that's exactly what he's been here tonight. A big goal, another one for him. He sees some space, just no gap closed there from Corey Becker, and just allows too good of a player in Curtis Knight to take that overhand shot, and nothing Warren Hill can do there as it blows right past him. And again, the Rochester Nighthawks able to punch back. We saw 4 unanswered goals. Now they're back into this.
That goal is big for sure. Here's Kyle Jackson, one hand on the stick, moves it over, goes off the helmet of Dawson. Keel hustles into the corner, gets the loose ball. Keel moves it across to the far crease, backhand shot, they score! What a dandy right there on the backhander. And just like that, Halifax with Peterson's 3rd of the night.
Clark Peterson, welcome to the National Lacrosse League, my friend. His hat-trick goal right here, and it's an absolute beauty. The rookie showing off his silk mitts, a beautiful cross-floor pass from Stephen Keogh, and short side BTB. Sorry, Teddy Jenner, for the BTB, but that's exactly what it was, behind the back rip. And again, now this Halifax Thunderbirds team is rolling.
Halifax will get awarded the ball here. Withers got knocked into the boards, so Hossack will take it here for the Thunderbirds. 13-9 they lead. Here they come looking for more. Cody Jamieson to the crease. He's got a little room, hanging on to it, takes a cup of healthy wax. Jamieson still with it. There's the pass. It ends up in the crease here. And Fryer has it. He'll outlet the ball here to Dylan Evans. He'll get it up here a little further for Daryl Robertson. Robertson with 18 seconds on the shot clock. Now over to Sean Evans. Evans coming in. Evans stripped of the ball, and perhaps illegally a bit of a hold is going to be called against Halifax.
And the Halifax faithful here not pleased with that call, but I mentioned it earlier on the Magnan hold. As soon as you get that free hand loose, no doubt they are going to call it. Corey Becker, his 2nd NLL game here tonight. Realizing that in the National Lacrosse League, every single time they're going to call that there. And it was, again, a same situation where the slide was there, so the hold was not necessary because Trevor Smith was coming right in perfectly for that slide.
Sean Evans, Littner back to Evans. The Tony's open. There's a backhand flip pass and a shot by Turner Evans. It's going to be a Halifax ball.
A lot of that shoot around we saw earlier this morning had the man up, the power play out there. Sean Evans controlling, directing traffic. That's what we saw there. A beautiful chance, but just not being able to convert there.
Kyle Jackson here for the Thunderbirds. Becker's in the box. Jackson moves it over. Shot goes wide. Off and out of play. Comes back onto the turf, so no souvenir there. Off the end netting. And Rochester somewhat in a need to score now situation. I don't know how many power plays will be left here tonight. Sean Evans at the top of the power play. Backhand, Littner comes in, shoots. Warren Hill with the save. Hill thought about going all the way up the floor. He will. He'll bounce it all the way up to the Rochester zone. Hossack coming in. Hossack shoots and just missed. Bit of an off-speed shot. Tried to fool Fryer. Fight for the ball in the far corner, and Sean Evans has it.
Hossack looking for his first career NLL hat-trick, as it's just remarkable to see him add an offensive dynamic to his game.
Lindner takes the shot. Got pushed into the crease. It's going to be a Halifax ball again here. 20 seconds left in their penalty. Becker's back up on his feet here, ready to get out of the box as soon as he can. Burke moves the ball in. Jackson has it now. He looks at the clock, sees how many seconds are left in the penalty. Couple little fakes there by Kyle Jackson. Nifty footwork. He comes in, Dawson's all over him, takes him into the end, and a penalty coming up. Dawson just a little too aggressive according to the official.
Dawson doesn't like that one bit, as he's gonna head to the box for 2. And that's one thing that Jackson adds to this dynamic of this offense. If he doesn't take it directly to the rack or get a scoring opportunity, he's so shifty. Defenders have a hard time sticking with him, and that's exactly what happens here. He notices not much clock left. I don't know if he's gonna get a scoring opportunity, so let me see if I can get something here. And no doubt about that, the officials are gonna call that 9 times out of 10, maybe even 10 times out of 10.
Peterson at the top of this power play here. Benesh, Jamieson turns, shoots, and just missed. Fryer getting a piece of that ball, just enough from preventing it from going in. Hutting picking it up, Doug Hutting in the corner. Sends it all the way back here. Time and space for Bennett, flips it into the stick of Knight.
Rochester penalty
to help out.
Paul Dawson.
Little
2 minutes for holding.
hit there and roll, and now it's shot clock violation. Play whistled down, 13-9. Halifax leading here. Another penalty coming up. Well, maybe not. 9:47 to go. It's Halifax up by 4. You're watching the National Lacrosse League on BR Live.
Don't miss out on all the ways to redeem that ticket.
A story tonight, Pat. Let's take a peek at some of the action there between the pipes. Save of the game presented by Alterna Bank.
Yeah, and it's a beauty. There's a ton you could pick up. But Corey Highfield comes in looking for his hat-trick goal, and it almost squeaks through. As you see right here, for whatever reason, the defender is not stepping up. Hill gets the first piece, it almost trickles in, and he has the heads up to save it. And you could almost give the save of the game also to Graham Hosick, as he hops in the crease there and just puts his stick down, says no way this ball is going in.
The Alterna save of the game. 13-9 your score. The home team out in front. Reese gets it here. Sean Evans will cradle the ball here as he makes his way over towards the near boards and starts to play from there. Barkley keeping a watch on him. Evans double teamed here in the corner. Aggressive defense. And Evans gives Barkley a shot. He's not happy. Ref steps in the meantime. Thunderbirds heading up, looking for a little bit more insurance here. They move the ball here to Benesh, Jamieson passes it over. Fryer makes the save. Rebound controlled, taken by Ryland Reese. Up the floor, opportunity shot! Saved by Hill, and a big hit too by Graham Hosick.
Massive save and hit there. Hutting almost getting in on the offense, trying to inject some life into this Rochester offense.
Benesh to Keogh. Keogh gets rid of it, and Jamieson will play it here. One hand on the stick, looking for the flip pass. There it is. Burke wasn't quite anticipating it there, and it heads up the other way. It's Burke back for it. Burke just gets rid of it. The shot clock was coming down. Just over 8 minutes left here in this fourth quarter. 45-42 are the shots in favor of Halifax.
Yeah, just a 4-goal lead for Halifax. They definitely want to get some insurance here. Last thing they're going to do is try to kick it into cruise control and give Rochester any sort of chance to get back and close this gap.
Saunders shoots, couldn't get a good shot away. And trying to keep it here is Caputo. Real battling behind the net at Hill. And it's going to be awarded back to Rochester with a full 30.
Yeah, I almost thought Campbell kept his feet out of the crease there, but those two officials down there, I believe it was Brent Colombe, one of the officials tonight, making the right call there. He has a much better angle than we do, so I trust his judgment.
Here's Turner. Evans bounces off a check. Evans shoots it. Hill with a save, comes right back into some traffic, and that's going to be scooped up here by the Thunderbirds as they'll head up the floor. Good play right there by Luke Magnan, again involved.
Again, I've been beating the Luke Magnan drum all night, but I mean, he has put on a gritty performance here tonight in the nest.
Shanks over to Jackson. Now it's Cody Jamieson. Jamieson, a very loud Scotiabank center here tonight. Jamieson comes in, shoots. He misses on the far side, and the shot clock expires.
Yep, unsportsmanlike there. As right away Steve Fryer said, that's got to be an unsportsmanlike for getting rid of the ball.
Whistle blew, and then you rolled it to the corner. He drops it, we're okay.
And there you go, you hear Mark Ardonio saying if he drops that ball, it's fine, but he whips that ball in the corner after the whistle blows, and Austin Shanks knows that he shakes his head. Knows that he should have just dropped that ball.
Hey, good job on your play
to get going.
Huge power play here for Rochester. Here's Sean Evans, he scores! What a shot by Evans. And that gets Rochester into double digits. That didn't take long, only 11 seconds of power play time.
Yeah, you don't need a lot of time to score goals when your name's Sean Evans, especially when you get this much space. Graham Hosick, you'll see him come up, jumps out, and there's just no rotation. A slight rotation there as you see Campbell coming across. Maybe he needs to take a step up, take away that shooting lane, try to block the shot. I know it's easier said than done because you leave that empty crease there, but again, power play, you're supposed to score. You have opportunities, and clearly right there, Sean Evans, too much time, too much space, and he cashes in there, brings his team within 3.
Former MVP, pretty much an MVP wherever he has played, whatever league he's been in. So big draw here. Rochester trying to keep the momentum going here. So looking for a big win by Jay Thornburg. It rolls along the near boards and scooping it up here. I thought Jamieson had it for a second, but didn't get in his stick, and eventually taken by Ryland Reese from New West BC.
He's going to be one of the top defenders in this game. A lot of hype coming into this draft, a lot of comparisons to Graham Hosick, but he is a completely different player in my opinion. Even his coach Mike Hazen says the same. Special player, but not the same type of player.
Evans trying to get another one there and goes wide of the goal. Hosick picks up the ball. He gets it down to Rochester territory. What a game he's had here tonight. There's the pass. Benesh across, quick step, they score! What a goal right there. The Halifax Thunderbirds add another one. Burke was the one that finished it off after a couple of nifty passes.
Hey Siri, show me perfect tic-tac-toe passing. Graham Hosick again in transition, draws the double, Benesh, backdoor, bang. Mike Burke cashes in. The pride of Brampton, Ontario, right on the doorstep. Steve Fryer way out of his net. Burke could have made a sandwich before he shot that and put it in the back of the net before Fryer could have came over. That is a massive goal for the T-Birds.
Rochester with the win on the draw, so they kind of have to keep, if they can, Pat, Halifax to 14 here. 14 may be enough, or 15 I should say, may be enough to win this one tonight, so they need to close the gap here. 5.5 to go here in the fourth quarter. It's been a fantastic lacrosse game tonight. We hope you're enjoying it. Caputo's shot, shot it over. Rebound, they score as Katoni to Saunders, and that is huge as that does close the gap, and that closed it sooner than later too.
And maybe the one miscue that we've seen from Luke Megan, maybe besides his holding penalty there. You see here, pass comes up top, there's a shot fired, loose ball battle, and Saunders just out-muscles Magnan, picks up his rebound there and puts that home. Saunders, a little bit of a quiet night for him, just 3 shots before that goal, and he's a guy that needs to step up if this Rochester team wants to be successful going forward. Consistency, though, has the thing that has plagued Saunders since he's entered the league.
Well, that goal is huge. And Withers with the win on the draw. Withers still with it. Jake Withers takes a whack. You can hear it all the way from up here. Tries to scoop it on goal. Keogh in there. He's battling hard for Halifax. Dawson's waiting for it to come perhaps his way. And the Nighthawks, with some good work down in their own zone, are able to get that loose ball. Highfield in for Turner Evans. Over to Sean Evans. Evans working one-on-one. Evans turns, shoots a bounce shot. Goes off the glass. Looks to get his own loose ball. But it's taken here by Graham Hosick. Hosick coming in, lost control of it. And the Nighthawks will head up the other way. Down by 3, 4:26 to go here in this fourth quarter. Turner Evans has a little room. There's the pass out in front. Katoni just couldn't find it. And it'll be played by Warren Hill. Quickly.
That last shift I wanted to mention, great defense from Trevor Smith. Once again, the rookie. Tall task for him. He's had to guard Sean Evans almost every single shift, and he's done a tremendous job playing one-on-one defense with, of course, a safety blanket in Graham Hosick. They're ready for a slide.
Here's Jamison with it here for Halifax. Jamison over to the far side, shot just missed. Oh, Peterson looking for another one.
Yeah, Peterson just shaking his head. He knew he had that far bottom corner wide open and just barely missed it.
14-11, Halifax leading, and you are watching the National Lacrosse League here on BR Live. And it's time now for the Geico play of the game, and it comes from a rookie there, Pat.
CP24, you'll see right here. Beautiful cross-floor pass, and it's a behind-the-back beauty. Clark Peterson, his 3rd goal of the game, 1st career hat-trick, 1st NLL game. Safe to say, this guy's just fitting, just so right here in Halifax.
There it is, the Geico play of the game.
Boy, that guy just looks like he has so much fun when he's playing the game of lacrosse. 5 points tonight in his 1st NLL game. He's such a special player.
What a start to his career for sure. 14-11, Halifax leading Ironically, by 3. But, of course, Peterson has added to the offense tonight. 3.5 to go. And Halifax with the loose ball. They get it back. And Graham Hussig with it. Heads over center. Just slowly jogs it in. Waits for everyone to get in place here. And gets it into the stick of Ryan Benesh. The crowd is into this one tonight here at Scotiabank Center. Pass over to the near side. Taken by Jackson. Kyle Jackson working one-on-one. Shrugs off a check, shoots, gets it right on goal. Fryer. He gets it right in the old bread basket there, Patty.
And he's going to trot to the bench. Just under 3 minutes to go. We'll see if Rochester can start clawing back in this one, tie things up.
Sean Evans with the ball right now. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Passes it to Knight. Knight over to the far side. Turner Evans takes it off the glass. He moves it over to Knight. Knight was heading towards the crease, but a good defensive play there by Becker. And it ends up in the crease, and Warren Hill will play it here for the Thunderbirds. Ahead to Hussig. The Guelph, Ontario native. Makes his way inside Rochester zone.
And the Halifax faithful here just giving it to Fryer.
Jamieson, nice pass. Coming in, a shot, just missing was number 24, Clark Peterson, looking for another to add to it. Already an impressive debut. Ball played by Darryl Robertson. Now Sean Evans has it. Down by 3, but under 2 minutes to go. The net is empty for the extra runner. Evans coming in. Sean Evans shoots, and getting a stick on that, I believe, was Campbell, preventing the shot from going on net. Backhand feed. Another shot, they score! Holden Katoni. Katoni with another one. This comes with 92 seconds left, and this will make it very interesting. The finish here tonight.
Katoni playing a little bit more of a distribution role tonight with a few assists, but he gets his second goal, and this is a little more of a vintage Katoni goal. Just so much raw power on that shot. It's a fadeaway, and actually the goal's going to be under review as there's under 2 minutes left in the game. The officials taking a look at this one again.
Good look there at Holden Katoni, coming off another Mann Cup victory in the summertime with the Peterborough Lakers. Let's take a look, Pat. Nice little flip pass behind the back by Saunders. And the back of the net. There.
After review the Colin floor stands, we have a good goal.
There you have it.
Yep.
And a huge goal at that. That closes the gap to 2. 14-12. Halifax with 1:32 left. Katoni getting the Nighthawks a chance here with that one. Let's see who wins the draw. It's Jake Withers. How huge was that one? Withers, he's got it. Bounces it over here to Cody Jamieson, and the captain scoops it up here off the carpet and will just set up shop here along the near boards.
Yeah, they're going to want to chew as much clock up as possible. That's a massive loose ball, massive draw there.
Cody Jamieson with it. Jamieson passes it off. There's another feed. Ends up off the boards, goes in front. And the Rochester Nighthawks again pulling the goaltender, Steve Fryer. He jogs to the bench for the extra runner here. Sean Evans has the ball here for the Nighthawks. Needing a couple to tie it up. Swings it over, gets it right back. Evans to the top. Here's Katoni. Katoni with it. He shot. Went off the stick of Magnan. Loose ball, backhand shot, and Warren Hill with the save with just under 40 seconds left. That was big. Warren Hill looks to the empty net. That goes off the end boards.
Warren Hill, he's got a great stick. He said a big reason why he's able to make those outlet passes are from his field lacrosse days playing in the goal.
Now here's Evans, only seconds left. Katoni Goes off the end boards. Hill comes out of the net. Magnan in there too. Loose ball, shot. Oh, what a save! Warren Hill, and then towards the empty net, will he score? It bounces just wide. Oh my goodness, that would have been spectacular. A save and then a goal, but he just missed. Here's Knight shooting, and a stop by Hill at the buzzer. The Halifax Thunderbirds remain undefeated. 2-0 with a 14-12 victory, a thriller here tonight in Halifax.
Oh, an absolute doozy between these two teams.